To preface, I work at a firm in the southern states, in a pretty small office, about 20 people, and we're pretty unorthodox. Trivia, play mini golf inside, and can watch videos while working, etc. I 25F have been here a year, and Phil has been here 6 years. Our office began expanding with new hires that include a few minorities, including me, and a few other Hispanic people whose primary language is Spanish. Phil is a very religious old white man, about 58, with very traditional values, and likes things to be his way. Recently, since all the new hires started, he's been very rude to some of the new hires that work here, especially the Hispanic people. He said stuff like, well, you can just go back to Mexico when in disagreement, and black people don't need a national anthem. If you think otherwise, then you're racist. I'm pretty nice to Phil when he speaks to me. I'm pretty sure he's very alone in this world, and I think his mental health was starting to take a toll, and I have a grandpa with dementia, who's not an age, just to clarify, so I gave the guy grace. And so did the HR department in our small office. We consider him a very useful asset to the company, so our boss just told him not to talk to anybody unless it's strictly regarding work. Because I guess his comments were small talk. Fast forward to the week before April Fool's Day, and I planned to pull a prank on a coworker. I bought a little multi-frame and was going to place pictures of this other coworker sleeping at his desk, and was going to display it on my desk for all to see, beaming face with smiling eyes. We're friends, BTW. I did all that the night before, and lo and behold, the next morning, my frame had Jesus is risen and Happy Easter in it. Phil's doing. I love Jesus like the next person, but that was my fucking property on my fucking desk. Jesus and cussing in the same sentence, SH. So after some thought, I wanted to pull a small, petty prank on Phil. So I placed a small piece of paper between the battery and the connection in his mouse that night. When I tell y'all, this man had little evidence bags written with red marker the mouse, the battery, and the paper on our boss desk the next morning. He was specifically accusing of one of my Hispanic co-workers because they've argued in the past. Phil was saying, "You're a fucking lying piece of shit" to him, then telling our boss, he's a fucking liar. This is all heard through closed doors and over some cubicles, so I might have missed some words, but I know a cuss word when I hear one. So I went to the boss' office and told him I pulled the prank and what happened the day before with the frame. He said it's okay, just don't mess with Phil again. Later that day, Phil was still pissed that our boss wasn't confronting who he thought pulled the prank, and even some accomplices, none of which included me. They were screaming, arguing, and it was Phil's last day as he was fired. April Fools? And Phil has given gun threats post his firing, and we had to lock our doors to any without a key for a few months. While I'm just now starting to realize the damage I caused, talk about a butterfly effect.